Get it, let's go. 7 ways the lone wolf can smell a narcissist a mile away. Let's get into it. This video was inspired by a young man in the comment section I was talking to probably about 20-30 minutes ago. He just stumbled across the channel, so that's got to mean a couple different things. So the age restriction could have been someone reporting me, or I have seen other content creators talking about their videos being age restricted, but most of them have almost 10,000 or more than 10,000 subscribers. But with that guy saying that he just came across my channel, he's been looking for stuff like this, that means we're spreading through the algorithm. That means that you guys hitting the like button, dropping comments, watching the content, we're spreading. Okay, maybe that's why my channel got, or the video got age restricted, I don't know, but possibly because we're starting to spread, and maybe it triggered it, I don't know. So let's keep doing what we're doing. But he was talking about, he just realized that he's with a narcissist, or probably like somebody with BPD, borderline personality disorder or whatever. So looking at content like this, and he just stumbled across my channel, which pretty much, I guess, since we're on the same vibration, what I'm saying, the soul tribe, uh, these guys are going through the same kind of similar awakening, and starting to notice that these kind of women that are kind of not here, they're not here for the right reasons. And it starts becoming obvious, and then it starts becoming painfully obvious, and then you have to start doing something about it. But shout out to him. He's moving in silence. He's not letting her know nothing, and he's getting his money together in the background, you know what I'm saying? So shout out to you. I think his name was like something 2 times, something like that. I can't remember what his name was, man, my bad, dude. But shout out to you. Keep watching the content. I appreciate the comments, you know what I'm saying? I can definitely relate. So, you know what I mean? It is what it is. At least you realized it. Even though you got married, at least you realized it, and you can work on leaving, because a lot of guys are they're in so deep with children and money. A lot of them are gritting their teeth and just dealing with it. But see, what those guys are not understanding, that money is not going to ever keep you alive longer. As a man, you need your peace to live longer and live healthy. Like my dad, he's single since my mom. He's healthy, super healthy, and he's all about his peace. He's just like, he said this way back in the day, before any of my ex's narcissistic tendencies I started noticing. He was talking about how he just loves his peace so much, that's why he's not dating. And like now, I'm like in the same type of mindset, like peace over everything. And what I'm noticing is these young guys out here are starting to listen to us, watch our content, and these young guys are more savage than we are. They're not playing around with y'all. Like the minute that they realize that y'all are trying to play them, man, look, and this stuff that women do used to be done in the background, right? Quiet as it's kept. They used to always have this plan, most of them, not all, but to use you as a retirement plan and hopefully stress you out, take your pension or whatever money, and then find somebody else while cheating the whole time, right? But now guys are seeing it. Like, we're able to go online and see different content creators that are going through the same thing they're going through, piece things together using logic, you know what I'm saying, and the stats that are provided, which lets them know, well, what I'm watching must be the majority, because the statistics are saying the exact same thing. So it has to be something here. And that's what men will go off. Now, we weren't going to go off of what's being said online, where they're just bashing men and saying men are worthless. No. We go off the stats, and then we're going off of anecdotal information we're hearing from other men. We're not listening to what women are saying or what mainstream is saying. Even the young guys aren't anymore. And the young guys are cutting them off quicker and more savage than us, more seasoned gentlemen. And it's beautiful to see. I'm not even gonna lie to you. Man, warm out here. It's beautiful to see. And like he was saying, he's just going to move in silence, get his money right, go speak to an attorney, and figure out how he can get up out of the situation. But when they start showing you guys signs, man, this is where you start to notice things a mile away. We would like to get it to the point where we're noticing these things before we get into a relationship. But being as it may, right now, most women are narcissistic or have a bunch of tendencies and traits. So most women out there are that way. So unless you're being celibate, you're going to end up catching one. But you know, a couple different ways to keep yourself away from women that are really in it for your money, your resources, or some of them come in to learn from you and to take what they can from you that way and roll out. So you have to just be careful about who you're allowing in your energy. And then if you were already with her and you figure out that she is, a couple tactics that you want to use when you're trying to make sure you properly um, allow this narcissist to feel like they're reverse discarding you is they're going to like detach themselves from you. You're going to notice them like drifting off into their phones more, wanting to be by themselves more. You're going to also notice that they're starting arguments more. They're irritated easily and they'll try to get away from you instead of, I mean, normally they'll try to somewhat talk to you. They'll get to the point where they'll just start walking off, you know, like, I don't give a crap what you say. You know what I'm saying? These are signs of a woman, and I don't care what an ex saying about not cheating or whatever. I don't believe any of them. You know, they'll always be like, oh, I didn't cheat. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You know what I'm saying? What's your definition of cheating? You know what I'm saying? These women out here, you know, when they show these signs, they probably have already attached themselves or feel like they need to attach themselves to another man or whatever, or another situation. Sometimes it's not necessarily a person. Sometimes they feel like they got a better living situation where they got to do less work. And a lot of times the stuff comes to head, like in my situation, I started noticing her kind of pulling herself away, arguing easier, not trying to make up after arguments, just like letting it go and just letting it linger. And before we try to make up, and I was like, hey, you know what, man, this person seems like she might be detaching herself. And I've had an ex before that was narcissistic way back in the day, and I paid attention. This woman had my head messed up. I'm not gonna lie to you, it took me like a year or so, we weren't even married, to get over that woman. And I was like really stuck. But like I remember what I went through with that woman and I applied it with this one. I made sure I didn't, because the other one, you know, I was doing, you know, all that kind of stuff that everybody shouldn't be doing, like, you know, texting her and, you know, trying to see what she got going on, and, you know, letting her ghost me and then checking in on her, stuff that you shouldn't be doing. You know, when you're dealing with a narc and you know you got to cut them off, you cut them off cold turkey. I've never checked on my ex-wife's social media, never looked into anything. I don't care. As a man, when you realize that you might be with the woman that's a narcissist or somebody with some kind of personality disorder or mental disorder, the first thing in your mind should be, well, she probably doesn't respect me, and if she don't respect me, then she's probably not going to keep her legs closed. And if she's out there giving it to other guys, bro, that's all you need to know. Anything else that you might be on the fence about, think about what you're doing and what she could possibly be doing to you, and the health risk of her out there messing with God knows who, right? You know the tendencies of narcissists. They're going to try to, you know, use hypergamy, and they're not going to leave their situation unless they got a better situation set up. And most of them are hypersexual, so I mean, so why, you know what I'm saying? Like, they're not going to leave without having another supply. So to listen to any of them and to think that they're not out there messing around, you be a fool. You know, you be a fool. There's no woman in the world that's going to leave a secure situation where she has a healthy male for nothing but possibly shelter. That doesn't make any sense. You know what I'm saying? That doesn't make any sense. So you need not know anything else but that this woman is a cheater, that this woman is giving herself away. And even if it's just like, you know, some guys are like, well, if she's just, you know, cheating through her phone, like mentally cheating, that's even worse. She's sending pictures, she's fantasizing, not just, you know, it's going to eventually happen, but she's fantasizing about what's going to happen. Listen, when I get a woman's number, I normally work them up so much through text messaging. I mean, I'm texting them, you know, like regularly whenever I got their attention properly. I like to go into detail like an author writing a book about what I'm going to do to their body in text message, and using emojis and go into grave detail. Women love that kind of stuff. You can snatch a woman's mind before you get her body that way. She might be like finishing up a relationship with someone or still in one, but if you get her number online and she's already physically attracted to you, she gave you her number. But if you get her mind through, that's why I make sure that, like, now I'm using commas and stuff. Like, women pay attention to that stuff when you text them. I'm using parentheses, and you be thinking that no, don't just have a bunch of run-on sentences. You can do that stuff online. I do it all the time. But when I'm messaging a woman, I want her to know I got a brain in my head. You know, women pay attention to everything. You know what I'm saying? So you got to have a good text game, or like I like to do nowadays, have a good audio clip game. Because with the audio clip, you know, you guys already know we talked about this. You can drop your voice a couple octaves, man. You can just be in there like, listen, what's going on? What you doing? Hey, what you wearing? Look. I've been out here working all day. I just want to see a couple pictures, baby. What's going on? Come on now. You know what I'm saying? You looking all good. You got to have a good mouthpiece on you, man. Now, I would suggest mixing it up, because women like to read and they like to hear. I mean, I am getting in their head. When I get a phone number, I get in their head, right? I get in their head. So if you got some John, you know, or some Brad or whatever, or some Tyrone that's chatting her up looking like me, got a little body game going on, she's as good as gone. She's using you for a place to stay until she finds better or a way out. You know what I mean? So like, again, I know how I am, and I know what I do in the bedroom. So when I see my ex attaching herself like the other narc I had before years ago, I started planning and plotting. I'm like, well, you ain't gonna, I see what you doing here. I see the writing on the wall. So I started planning and plotting. I knew that I needed to do what I needed to do to guard my feelings and possibly have to deal with a breakup, when people that are married shouldn't do things like that. You don't run off for 30-something. These people don't take nothing serious. You got to always be in your frame. You got to always be in your frame. You know, when you see the writing on the wall, and as a man, I'm not going to hold y'all too much longer. I don't want this over 15 minutes. As a man, you're supposed to learn your woman. Now, a narc doesn't really learn you. They will try to pick up on behavioral patterns and stuff like that, just like these narcs do online, right? That's why I'm such a pro at it, right? Picking up on them, trying to pick up on patterns. But they never learn you. They don't ask enough questions. They just get you talking a little bit and listen. They don't never really ask a whole lot. With me, I asked a lot of questions. She talked a whole lot. I also just let her talk, and when she got drunk, I let her talk, and I'm around this for 9.5 years. You pick up on your woman. You should know when she's in a mood, when she's not, when she's feeling you, when she's not, when she really cares about you and she's detached herself from you. As a man, you can feel it. You know it. Hey, what's going on, Jennifer? What's going on, sweetheart? How you doing? I appreciate you. I appreciate you. How you doing tonight? And again, ladies, I'm talking about female narcissists here. I'm not talking about ladies. We love the ladies. Y'all know that. You know what I'm saying? Y'all do not, you know what I'm saying, go in any of this kind of conversation. We're talking about making sure that men stay away from females, and fine, ladies, you know. But yeah, these narcissists, y'all, it's low IQ. They're really never in it to learn you anyway. So they're lazy also. They don't want to put much effort into nothing. I'm trying to tell you, man, I got these narcissists pegged, man. Narcissists, borderline personality disorder people, you know, dark triad psychology people. Listen, man, I got a grip on this. This woman, I know she thought she was about to get back up in my head. When I started hitting her with the, hey, you're gonna do this, you're gonna do that, and I ain't responding to messages and da-da-da. She's sitting over, I ain't heard from her since. She getting herself together. I mean, she probably tried to harass me my last live stream, but other than that, man, she knows better than it ain't old David that was your husband. It ain't that David Young anymore. This is King David over here. You're gonna respect me, motherfucker. You're gonna respect me. I'll be hitting my phone up like you helped pay my bill, or you around me or nothing like that. When you done stole from me, I can't stand a thief. Boy, I can't stand a thief. You gonna just steal my identity and I have no respect for a thief. Just like I have no respect for a cheater. You know what I'm saying? People like that, you get no respect from me. And don't let the smooth taste fool you. I'm not gonna run around cussing and screaming and hollering, but I want you to understand, I have a deep disdain for people that cheat and steal. I have a deep disdain for them. So play around with it if you want to. You know what I'm saying? Not to be played with. But with these people, man, when you see the writing on the wall, I don't care what you have to do. If you ever think you're going to be able to talk to these people and work things out, you're just as insane as they are. You need to fool them into thinking that they got you fooled, and you need to be working on your exit strategy. And, you know, once you get out of the situation with them, or allow them to reverse discard you, you know what I'm saying? Once you're away from them, then you need to start watching my kind of videos and learn how to heal yourself, you know, because I don't teach you how to go to a therapist, which might be another possible narcissist. I'm teaching you how to heal yourself from within, because there's not going to always be a therapist or money to go to a therapist. What if you get into a situation like me where you're homeless? Who's going to pay for your your therapist, nobody. You got to know how to pick yourself back up. And then later on, if you need to go to a therapist when you got your money right and everything in order. But I mean, I'm not doing that shit. You know what I'm saying? I got God. Why do I need somebody to sit there? I've been to a therapist before. You know what I'm saying? The woman got on my nerves. So I don't really need that kind of stuff, man. I mean, it was a therapist for, the army stuff. But again, I don't like the way they move. So I'm not gonna hold y'all, just take in note. And women, y'all can do the same thing. I'm pretty sure male narcissists move the same way as female narcissists, same spirit. You know what I'm saying? It's the same spirit. I'm just heterosexual, so I don't know nothing about them. But as far as the females out here, if y'all get like a hinkling that this person is possibly cheating on you, or you think that like you feel the tie that you had before, the soul tie you had before, if you feel like it's not there anymore and you don't feel a connection with that woman, don't ignore that. Don't think you can fix it. If she's not willing to communicate with you and y'all can't come to some type of understanding through communication, if she's avoiding you and stuff, she's not trying to fix nothing. She's doing the best she can to sever the tie and not allow it to be, mended. So let it go. Like, dude, just let it go. And if you're any kind of man, you shouldn't be worried about the money, because you should be able to start from scratch again and do what needs to be done to bring peace in your life and your future generations. You shouldn't be sitting around just taking crap from somebody because you're scared. That's what it is. If you won't take the risk to get away from that person, you're scared. You're scared. And I don't fear no man, no woman, or no circumstance in this plane. God has got me. You can put me in the middle of anywhere, and as long as I got the function of my body and my mind, I am good to go. Can't nobody gaslight me, shame me, make me feel like I'm less than. No, I will always stand up straight, you know what I'm saying, chest out, head and eyes forward. I know I'm royal, I know I'm regal, I know I'm stoic, and can't nobody take that away from me. You gentlemen out there, you got to feel the same kind of way. These women, a lot of the females are out here trying to break good men, trying to be king slayers, and they laugh about it, thinking that it's cute because they ain't got nothing else to do in their lives. Stay on your path. If you are awakened to a possible mentally disturbed woman, you have to find a way to get up out of there, because all she's gonna do is mess your head up. I was talking to that young man. He went through the same thing like I did, except he said it was worse. He had to go to the hospital a couple times. When you're chosen, these kind of women can drain you dry, put you in the dirt, or have you in the hospital or panic attacks or whatever. A lot of guys don't want to talk about it because it's not looked as manly to do. I don't need no one to define what manly is. If I don't get out here and put this information out, nobody will, and everybody will be scared to do it. And well, men don't. I'm showing you what a man does. You ain't gonna tell me you more man than me, and I've been to Iraq twice. You ain't gonna tell me nothing. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gotta prove shit to none of y'all. Are you crazy? I've been to Iraq twice. I proved my manhood about that. It ain't me opening up and letting y'all know that y'all need to, voice what you got going on, not hold that in, man, because when you hold in pain and trauma, it manifests as like tumors and cancer and shit. And I don't hold nothing in. If you ain't noticed, I don't hold shit in. I get it out, man. I get it out. I got something on my chest, I get it out, because when I was holding stuff in, when I was with that woman, I was literally dying. I felt like I was dying. My left arm was kind of tingling and going numb sometimes. I was having all kind of problems, y'all. Putting on weight, no matter how much I worked out, couldn't get it off. So there were signs, and I'm not gonna let myself fall apart, because again, God ain't gonna raise you up out of a situation if you ain't gonna help yourself. He's giving you the awareness to know that something's wrong going on. What else you want? You want somebody to hold your hand. You know what I'm saying? You got to save yourself. That's where you're going to find God. When you save yourself, that's where God will be. Like, where you been waiting on you. You're over here loving someone else more than you love yourself, and that fool don't even love themselves. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not going to hold y'all any longer. I appreciate y'all. Hit that like button, smash it, smash it like you smash your first set of cheeks off semen retention. Ladies, disregard. Gentlemen, you know what I'm talking about. Peace, love, and light, y'all. I got about, 3-4 more videos to drop. I'm a man of my word. I'm going to do what I say and say what I mean.